Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, July 14th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. So over at the Annapolis Maritime Museum and Park last night for a new temporary art exhibit that is actually opening today. It's called Oceana Phenomena, and it combines the real photos from Jay Fleming as well as the abstract mixed media of Jane Baldridge. The theme is centered on rising sea levels, and it really is quite good. Makes you think, which any good art exhibit will do. So when you do have a moment, you want to go check that out. That's at the Eastport campus at 2nd Street and Back Creek. All right, let's get into today's news, shall we? A 35-year-old Annapolis woman was arrested after carjacking a car at the mall and leading the Arundel County Police on a chase that ended in Glen Burnie. Yesterday morning at about 4:30 a.m., she assaulted and pulled a uniformed security guard from his marked vehicle and stole the car. Police spotted it at Forest and Spa Road down here in Annapolis and tried to stop it, but she kept on going. In the end, they used stop sticks to stop it at 7th Avenue in Glen Burnie. The suspect fled on foot but was quickly caught, and the security guard did suffer relatively minor injuries. Here's some good news from the county. Remember that McDonald's employee that was shot to death in Crofton back in May? Police have made an arrest. He's been identified as a 21-year-old male from Middle River, and apparently he was a suspect from very early on in the investigation. He's currently incarcerated in Prince George's County for his alleged involvement in the June 13th murder in PG County. No trial date has been set yet.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
Ah, yes, the talking heads and the Anne Arundel County Public Schools. Same as it ever was. Rachel Pacella of the Capitol is reporting that AACPS anticipates that when we start school next year, we will have the same shortage of bus drivers that we've had this year. Interim Superintendent Monique Jackson has said that they need about 50 more drivers.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
I read an article yesterday that said 10% of the nationwide school population has disappeared since pre-COVID. That nearly 50% of the teachers in public schools nationwide have at least one student who never showed up for class. And for the first year in the past 15 years, graduation rates have actually declined. Now, I was speaking with a parent of a student in the Annapolis cluster, and she said that sometimes Eastport Elementary has a 30% absentee rate. And there can be a myriad of reasons why this is happening. Some of our lower income communities are on the outer limit of walkability for the schools. And with parents that may be working and unable to get out or not have access to cars, it really takes a motivated kid to walk that far to school, especially if you've got inclement weather. Other reasons may be kids may be responsible for caring for younger siblings and everything else. It's really very concerning. And I do have an email into the schools to see how our numbers compare with the national ones in that report, and I'm going to get back to you on that one. Hey, when you need the police, fire, or an ambulance, you call 911. Starting on Saturday, if you are having a crisis and need some mental help or support, you can call 988. This will connect you right away to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Before, you needed to remember, call a regular phone number. That was 800-273-8255. And that number will remain in place, but starting on Saturday, 988. And that's all I got news-wise. Podcast up this weekend on the Local Business Spotlight, Liquefied Creative. And next week, it is Maryland Hall's Jackie Coleman, the new executive director. Look for a bonus pod, probably Friday, all about the Crab Feast, and another one with James King. We chat about restaurateuring during a pandemic, and that'll probably drop early next week. And speaking of podcasts, you do want to check out the new one from the Arundel County Police. It's called The Crime Journal, and it really is a very interesting podcast series. They go try to do them every 2 to 3 weeks. Get it wherever you get your podcasts and have a listen. Maybe you can solve a crime. Of course, tonight is Tides and Tunes at the Annapolis Maritime Museum. Admission is free, but they ask for a $10 suggested donation. There will be food trucks, bars, and everything else. It's always a fun night. Up tonight, the ever-popular Michael McHenry Tribe. And that is a wrap. As always, thanks for the sponsors for today's Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, and Alpha Engineering. It's Thursday, so we have Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace here with your Maker Minutes, and George from DC MDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All of that coming up in just a bit, so hang tight.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt.
I keep getting asked, is there a bubble that's about to burst? Thankfully, we don't think so. The market today is much different from the 2009 real estate market. The housing bubble of 2009 was caused by too many people buying homes they simply could not afford. This time around, home buyers have to actually qualify to buy homes and put money down. When the market goes through shifts like they are now, different areas and price points react independently. Now more than ever, it's time to work with someone who's been through the shift before to guide you with solid, proven advice. This is a time where wisdom, proactiveness, and intense marketing make a huge difference. Please give us a call today so we can help you navigate these waters. We promise to educate and guide you with your best interest at heart.
That's another moving moment with Kristi Neidhardt of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, July 14th. Yesterday brought much nicer conditions to the Annapolis region following Tuesday's severe storms, though it was still a bit hot out. And today and tomorrow should bring more of the same, with temps slowly retreating toward the low to mid-80s before rain chances return this weekend. Look for mostly sunny skies today with highs 85 to 90 degrees across all of Arundel County, ahead of more sun Friday with highs 83 to 88. With the weekend then starting off with low to mid-80s and a small chance of PM storms before additional rain chances and warmer temps return Sunday with highs 85 to 92. Looking ahead to next week, conditions will stay slightly hot and unsettled with highs Monday and Tuesday in the upper 80s to lower 90s each day with an ongoing threat for PM storms. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Hopefully you've come to know and trust this voice when it comes to solar. Many of you out there have already decided you will go solar, but you just haven't decided when. Here's 2 reasons why the timing is urgent. First, the federal tax credit for solar drops from 26 to 22% on December 31st of this year. If you don't commit this summer, you could miss out on 4% of the savings on your solar project. Second, solar locks out today's roaring energy inflation. National electricity costs have jumped 12% in just the last 12 months. You've only got a few months left to sign up to ensure you get installed in 2022 for the full 26% tax credit. If you know solar energy is in your future, now is the time. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. At Wolf in the Wharf in Edgewater, on Wednesday, check out their Cheers Paint Night, painting your pet on a wine glass. And be sure to check out their Wolf and Wine at Caskia Vineyards on Ken Island, a dog-friendly wine and paddling experience. Coming up on Saturday, at Kittens and Cups, Annapolis' own cat cafe. On Saturday, they're doing a cross-stitch class, with the theme being a Pushinicorn. And Sunday, they have a cross-stitch class doing Baby Yoda in Knits and Pieces off of Bestgate Road. Saturday, their series of hats technique class continues, with the second of 2 lace classes. Then on Monday, check out their 2 at a time socks, and their Learn to Knit a Saltier Summer Top classes. And also coming up in July and August, check out their Learn to Knit a Weekender sweater, beginner crochet crochet, and more unraveling ravelry. At Blended Essentials in Severna Park, the summer camps continue with week-long classes making soaps, candles, bath bombs, and more, with a different theme each week. Next week has a rainforest theme. And over at Art Farm in Annapolis, Sunday they have another vibe, flow, and chill yoga. And Monday, their teen and adult Trompe l'oeil class continues, exploring French full-the-eye painting. And their summer semester continues next week, with 2 camps all week, the first one being beat-making and machine-inspired art for ages 13 through 17, and the other is creative writing and art zine camp for ages 12 through 17. And they have more summer camps coming up in following weeks. At the Benjamin Banneker Museum and Park in Ellicott City, tomorrow they have a firefly lantern making class. Learn about 18th century lanterns and fireflies, and make your own lantern using friendly fireflies. Then on Saturday they have cooking in the cabin. Explore early American cooking and foodways with culinary historians. At the Arundel County Public Library System this week, tomorrow at Riviera Beach they're having a crafternoon and games for teens and tweens. Saturday, Crofton has Ask Your Master Gardener. Edgewater has Build a Brush Bot. Eastport Annapolis Neck has Learn to Fish. And Odenton has Build and Play with Legos. On Monday, the Bush Annapolis Library has Makerspace open hours. Tuesday, Eastport has the Mad Hatters Knitting Club. Deal has Painting with Plants. And Broadneck has their Broadneck Needle Crafters. And finally on Wednesday, Brooklyn Park is doing another Wacky Wednesdays with science experiments, art, reading, and math. Bush Annapolis Library has Owl and Owl Palette Dissection. And Rivera Beach has a Crofton Chat. At Unallocated Space up in Severn, tonight they have another virtual happy hour. Tomorrow is another virtual amateur radio night. And Sunday they're hosting the Maryland Area Combat Robotics Club with their July Test and Tune and open house event. And then on Monday they have a project night. Pongo's Learning Lab and Coder Kids Club out in Crofton still has registration open for more of their summer camps in July and August. Next week's camps are Escape the Camp and the Lego Robotics Camp at the Patuxent Lapidary Guild off of Defense Highway. Sunday is the first of 2 Casting 101 basic lost wax casting classes, with the second one being the following Saturday. And at Annapolis Makerspace this week, Saturday, come by for our big tool sale. We had a very generous donation of a whole workshop full of tools, and we're selling off the excess. Lots of woodworking tools and various hand and power tools. Drop by between 9 a.m. and noon. Check out the tools we have for sale, and also get a tour of Annapolis Makerspace. And then later on Saturday, Kathy will be doing a carved wood sign using a CNC router class. It looks like it's all full right now, but watch the calendar for future classes. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at EyeOnAnnapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.